up, Bronx Arts? Happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. I am Mr. Canuel, and boy, do I have a week of lights up for you. Each day, I am going to have an extra special guest. And today is very special. Yes, I mentioned it. If you got my challenge video, you already know who I'm talking about. My formerly bearded brother, because I no longer have my beard anymore. But give it up for Mr. Rabden. Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. Rabden.
Good afternoon, Mr. Canuel. How are we today? I know a lot of people might be disappointed I don't have the Batman beard going, but nobody could pull it off the way you did.
Thank you very much. I was very nervous, and I don't think it looked that good, so I'm glad I got rid of it. Why don't you take us into our first announcement?
Sure. Reminder for Bronx Arts, when we come back on Tuesday the 14th, we are starting our Spirit Week. So make sure that you're spending this week getting all those ideas, all those costume ideas ready to go.
Absolutely. And this week, this is a great week to catch up on work that you might be missing. Listen, we have all been struggling and having our challenges with technology and just getting used to distance learning. And we know that some people are a little bit behind, and that's okay for right now. But take advantage of this week and get caught up, because as we move forward, as we continue, we're going to want to stay on top of that. We are Bronx Arts, and we are learning every day, and we are challenging ourselves every day. So take advantage of this week and catch up, so that we can get back on board and be really strong when we come back on the 14th. All right. So those are our quick and easy announcements. Let's talk to Mr. Rabden and see what he has been up to. How is distance learning and distance teaching treating you, Mr. Rabden?
Well, I'll tell you, it was weird to get used to at first. I'd never video chatted or FaceTimed or anything like that with people before. But kids are great. All of our scholars are really great about getting online on time, asking their questions, setting up their meets. So I think we're finding our rhythm. How about you?
Absolutely. One day at a time. I really enjoy, I think it makes it interesting for theater, the sort of, how are we going to interact and how are we going to show our acting on this sort of platform. But like you said, we're all learning and figuring it out. When we started this distance learning, you sent me a really interesting email. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Rabden and I connected and are both very big hockey fans. And he sent me over an email letting me know how I can connect with my favorite sport, even though all sports are canceled, right? Right now, all sports are canceled. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, that's right.
Right now, a lot of baseball teams are missing their home openers. So, Mr. Rabden, do you have some advice about how to watch sports games and catch up on sports games if people are really missing that during this time?
Yeah, certainly. Today was supposed to be the last day of the hockey season, so playoffs should be gearing up. It is the greatest time of year to be a hockey fan. It's supposed to be the start of baseball, just like Mr. Canuel said. All of these leagues on their YouTube page have full games going up, so you can watch classic games from when I was a kid, classic games from when Mr. McCabe was a kid, classic games from when your parents were kids. And if you just go to all these leagues' websites on YouTube, MLB, NHL, or whatever, they have a whole lot of full games that I've been watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and a football game started to come up. Some classics there too. So no matter the sport that you're interested in, you don't have to miss out on it. So go to those YouTube pages, just like Mr. Rabden said. What else are you keeping your time filled with, Mr. Rabden?
Well, I know a lot of our teachers are not right in the middle of the city, but we're stuck in East Harlem. So going outside is basically just early in the morning or late at night. But I've been rereading my favorite author from when I was in high school, Michael Crichton. I've got a whole bunch of his books, probably 15 or 20 of his books. So I've been rereading those.
Awesome. Keeping that reading strong, like all of
Yeah.
our academics and our reading, it's all super important during this time. And I think we can keep some of those skills up. All right. We are going to go into today's challenge. And for today's challenge, we need I don't know if you can see this. We need a toothpick. Rabden, where's your toothpick? Where's your toothpick?
I've got my toothpick. It is ready to go.
All right. So today's challenge is very interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to take our toothpick, and I'm going to challenge Mr. Rabden. You're going to put it in between your fingers. So over your middle finger, then your index finger, and your ring finger right over top. And the goal
Okay.
is just like that, just with these 3 fingers. Yeah. You need to try and break it. So go ahead, Mr. Rabden, show us what you can do. Be sure that you're talking a little bit so the camera goes over.
Okay. It's a normal toothpick, but it sure doesn't seem to want to break. Most of my sixth graders know I've got a bent, broken pinky, but that finger's not involved. It does not want to go right now.
It does not want to break. That is the whole point of the challenge. And you can do this at home too. So I'm going to show you the trick right now. So here is the trick. You take it, and then all you do is you can do your hand or any other table or flat surface, and then you're just going to smack it, and there you go. Right? It's a little bit difficult.
Okay, there we go. It went right over.
Yes, of course. It wouldn't be a challenge if I gave the clues away right away. So
Right.
challenge your family, challenge your friends. You've got a sibling or something like that. I think you can really get them with that one. Finally, we have the letter of the day. Mr. Rabden, what is the letter of the day?
Well, I'll tell you, this letter is very near and dear to my heart and my email address, and also Miss White's email address. It is the letter before E.
The letter before E. That's all we're telling you.
That's it.
All we're telling you. Yes, absolutely. Any last words for Bronx Arts, Mr. Rabden?
Our sixth grade science kids, you guys have been doing great. So Mr. Carranza and I wanted to reward you with a nice long project for the entire week. You'll have weekly check-ins that are scheduled already. And I know Miss Jones was doing the same for seventh grade. So you guys might have a week off, but you still got a week of science.
Awesome. Week of science. Can't beat that. Bronx Arts, have a great day. Catch up on work. Stay on top of your work. Keep doing a great job. You guys are nailing it. So proud of you. And we can't wait to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.